This is Lorena, and this is a Wealthy Sexy Rebel Quickie with Patty Rose. Hi, Patty. Thank you so much for being here. Tell us who you are.
Hi, Lorena. Thanks so much for having me. My name is Patty Rose, and my website is pattyrose.com.
And who do you work with?
I work with entrepreneurial women who need to gain some clarity around their purpose for their business on the internet. So I do strategic planning and website design and coaching around all the many things that come into play when you want to put your business on the web.
And one thing that you do that I love is that you have these VIP days where you sit with the person and you create one website in 2 days?
Yes, so there's strategy planning prior to meeting in person where I build the framework. And then we have 2 days together where we do all the fun stuff, the input, all the things that, they can be stressful if you're trying to do them on your own. But when you sit down with me, we knock it out. We bang it all out real time and it makes it fun. And then I teach parts of the process at the same time so that, as solopreneurs, as business owners, we need to know the working components for the back. Whether you're going to make changes yourself or you're going to hire someone, you need to know what's involved. So that's part of the process. And we do it. It just takes so much less time than, the traditional way of doing emails back and forth for months. So, and it's like a lot, it's just so much fun to work with someone like that. We share energy. We're working on a project. We're a team, and it just adds so much life and energy to the whole process.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I love this internet era that we live in, but I miss that sitting next to somebody and having that initial meeting at least and deciding, okay, let's call or no, I like this, I like that. So I love that you get to do that with your clients. I'm jealous.
That's actually like the thing that I was missing too. And I think that's actually part of what we do with events too, right? Your events that you run, it's about sharing the energy with people in person. I've seen this movement. We've all seen how everything went from offline to online. And then it started to go off online to offline. And I think we have a real coupled synergy now where people are combining. They have to be combined. You go online to meet people and then you meet them for coffee, or you meet them at an event and then you follow up online, but they all have to come together. And so that, like, that belly to belly time it's just really powerful.
It is. Um, you can beat that connection. I mean, and like you said, it was for a while, online was the thing to do. And it's amazing because it does connect you with somebody that lives in Australia. However, like that in-person connection, it's just priceless.
It really is. And I totally agree. And that's why I created my programs to do that, because I was, you probably heard this kind of thing, like hiding behind the computer. I was in that for a number of years, and I was lonely and I didn't like it. And so I thought, you know what, then change it. Change the business model. Make it so that I could help other people in a way that I knew was not only important to them, but important to me.
Totally. So speaking of your business model, what project are you working on right now that has you all turned on?
It's got me all turned on. Just this recognition that it's okay to be all parts of me. It's okay to be me. It's okay to be the former dance instructor and fitness person. It's okay to be the empowerment coach who does web design. Like, some people look at you like, how do you put those together? I do, And so, where I think it was hard for a while for me to just own that and to say, like, it's okay. It's just okay to be you. So I'm really excited about being in that place where I've recognized that.
I love it. And it's, I think that idea that you could only be one thing, only do one thing comes from, in a way, I don't know if it's necessarily corporate, but it's a very an ancient way of thinking, because we're moving towards an era where we can fully express ourselves. Especially as women, we are multi-dimensional,
Yeah.
and we're so used to multitasking. So there's so many parts of us. And as business owners, that's the beauty of it, that not only do we have the freedom to work whenever we want and blah, 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 but we have the freedom to really make the business what we want and add the parts of us that we want. So that is just the best reason to become a business owner, is that you can express yourself fully.
Yes, and I agree with you. I think it's really old-fashioned, traditional stuff that taught us that that wasn't okay in the first place. And I also agree that, hey, that's why we are entrepreneurial. That's why people do these things, because we have a sense of wanting to have control of our destiny and creating our own desires and putting out into the world the things that really are unique and special about the makeup of us and our DNA. And I think that gives us an opportunity to, live life happy, but also touch other people's hearts, the people that you are genuinely, uniquely drawn to help.
100%. I remember my last job, my last full-time job. I would tell my assistant, this job is killing me, and we had a good job, but I was like, I want to be free to take a nap when I'm tired, to eat when I'm hungry. And,
Yeah.
and like, that's part of fully expressing yourself, not having to stay awake when you're sleepy. As simple as that.
Yeah, exactly. It's, all those pieces come into why we choose the road of entrepreneurship, which, is built with its own challenges. But when you wake up every morning and you say, I've got these challenges, but they're challenges I've chosen to live for, it's an easier path.
And for sure there are more challenges. I mean, there are everyday challenges. And I also think that the challenges are easier because you surround yourself with people that support you. Like, planning an event, as you know, it's hard work. There's so many challenges that come your
Many
way.
details.
You think that it's gonna be like ABC, and it's ABCDEFGZ. So having the people around you and that community, and for me, it's a lot of women, but there's some men too that support me. And when I'm having a breakdown, oh my God, I can't do this, calling them, like that community of people that support you and they want to see you grow and they want to see your business grow. That's another aspect of being a business owner that is so powerful, because in a job, yeah, you have friends that help you and they want to see you succeed, but it's totally different. Like here, it's like a village. You're really raising a little village.
Yes,
The little village being your business.
it's so true. It really is. I think I said that at my last event. Like that statement, like it takes a village, has never meant more to me than having the fruition of a full, successful evening with a number of women who come together to support one another. Because along the process of, if it takes weeks or a few months to plan your event, if it's, an evening or a year because you're doing a weekend, you need so much support in the process. And that's where, this other piece of being a woman who's entrepreneurial and in business, and that we have this ability to connect with one another and support each other, like really genuinely. I think it's unique and beautiful thing that's different than men. Sorry to say. I love men. I was trying to find another way to say it, but I couldn't. It's just different than men.
Exactly. It's not better. It's not worse. It's just different. Like
Yes.
this connection that we have at live events of just women, it's different. And I went to an all women's college, but
Mm.
this is very different. That the energy that we have in the room when there's all women business owners is very, very supportive. It's I don't even know how to describe it. I guess you had to be there.
I think you have to be there.
Yes. So I mean, why do you go to live events? You kind of told us a little bit, but
Yeah, well, you know what? The thing was, I was isolating myself for a while. I was behind the computer, and it, I realized I needed to get out for a multitude of reasons. And I have to say, when I first started going out, I was really intimidated, and it took me a little while to find the right events, which I didn't realize in the beginning that there are events that might be better for me than others. So going to a big networking event with 200 people squished through a net, near the bar, passing out business cards was not a comfortable thing for me. Then I found events that you and I meet at, smaller networking events primarily for women entrepreneurs. And it's a completely different experience. Like, your event is a beautiful evening with lovely women. Everyone's happy to be there and excited to share and to support each other and to make connections and then build a relationship on further, right? So, it's not just passing a business card. There's there's a real relationship building component that is true to people who really care about knowing you, care about knowing you, not just doing business with you. Because if you build a relationship the right way, you become someone who cares, two people who care about each other, and then there's referrals, there's potential business from one another, there's, oh my God, I had the greatest JV idea because I love your personality. And that's what networking really does when you go to the right types of events.
right. And that's why, like, for Wealthy Sexy Rebel, I don't like to call it a networking event. I like to call it a connecting event, because it's not about, okay, who are we going to meet? It's about having fun and really enjoying each other and getting to know each other and understanding that by us sticking together as women business owners, we could support each other and grow our business faster.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
No doubt about it. And, nobody else understands it quite the same. People in your life may love you, your family, your siblings, your best friends, but if they are not in the same boat, as much support as they give, it's not the same type of support. And the support you need when you're a woman in business is another woman in business who knows what the heck is going on.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay, take a breath, because I've been there. You can work through this. I know who can help you. Like, there's all these things that come into play when somebody says, I get you. I know what this is about.
100%. So, what's your best story or an anecdote from a live event?
I think the thing that comes to mind is that, as I mentioned, I had been going to a few events that made me uncomfortable. I was intimidated. And I know that one of the first few I came to was yours. And then there were a few others that I had gone to, the similar, smaller, community feel. I'll say not smaller, but community feel. And then within a short time, I remember walking into an event, and there were 6 or 7 women that I knew already that looked at me and said hello. And I no longer had any uncomfortable feelings. I mean, now I'm friends with people. Now I'm going to have, connections with my friends who are going to introduce me to their friends. And it happened very quickly. It happened very quickly once I started going to the right types of events, and also having my events, and then building, that relationship. It compounds. So when I walked into that evening that night, I go by myself, and this is really great for people who are uncomfortable or intimidated. You show up by yourself, and you walk in and you put on your best confident self, but inside your belly's like, and that first time, like, it was not long. It was maybe a few events I went to, and then all of a sudden I walk in and there's women saying hello because we've met already. And that was very powerful for me.
I know. I started going to networking events by myself, and it was so fast to create those relationships with with the women, and for them to say, hey, have you gone to this event? Hey, tomorrow there's another event. Do you want to come with me?
Mm.
And in that sense of like, okay, let's help each other, let's support each other. And that to me is like, again and again, I can't say enough good things about live events, because really is priceless. Like the kind of relationships that you find,
Mm-hmm.
it's for your business and for your life, it's just like amazing.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about the Wealthy Sexy Rebel event. You've been there. Tell us, what was your favorite part of attending that event?
I think you did such a beautiful job of creating a comfortable environment that was also elegant and classy. So sometimes people kind of confuse elegance and class as, it's got to be stand apart, but there was so much fun and relaxed vibe in that room, but there was still beauty and elegance and class. And I think you pulled it all together really well. And I thought that was just a great way to spend an evening. I mean, a glass of champagne, some really nice hors d'oeuvres, awesome conversation, lots of laughs, great speakers. I mean, how can you go wrong?
Oh my God, I love what you just said. How could I not love it?
You did a great job, and I'm looking forward to your next one.
Thank you so much. This to me is really a labor of love, because
Mm-hmm.
it really is putting a space or creating a space for women to come together and connect. I'm excited and I'm thankful that you came and you're coming again, and that you are somebody that I count on, and it's supportive, and has become a good friend.
Yes.
And we met at your first live event,
Yes.
right?
Yes, we did.
So, this is what happens when you go to live events. You meet
I know.
amazing women, you become friends, and you support each other. And I'm so grateful for you and for your friendship. Thank you so much for doing this little
Um,
Wealthy Sexy Rebel quickie with me. And tell
yes.
us where people can find you.
Okay, come meet me at pattyrose.com. That's Patty with a Y. pattyrose.com. And on Facebook, I'm Patty Rose Slater.
Great. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.
I will see you soon, honey.
Mwah.
Thanks.